Hello, hi guys.
Hi.
How you doing? This is Eugene and Andrea, your relationship strategist, the builder and the educator, helping you navigate life's most important goals, your relationships. And so today's Power Couple Quickie is on ACT, right? You're gonna have to help me out.
Oh, you
with
want
this
me to? Okay. You said before you act.
Before you act,
Before you speak, acclimate.
Yes.
And so he had this really good example. He was telling me about some things, and I was like, wow, that's really, really good. He was talking about acclimating and some of the things that you have to do in the construction field. And it reminded me of situations that we end up with when we're actually in our relationships with other people. Hey, Carolyn. When we're in relationships with other people, it's important that we acclimate. So we go into situations. I'll give you an example. We go into situations, him coming home from work or me going into an environment. And often we walk into these situations, whether they're family relations or walk into an office, and we walk in and something can happen, but it can take us the wrong way because we don't acclimate. Okay, I'll let you tell about the wood. How about I let you tell you about the wood, and then we can talk more about this. Go.
Okay, so we were just talking about being in a place when you go into a showroom, right? And you see like this wood on the floor that look outstanding, whether it's maple or red oak, and you're like, I have to have this particular wood floor in my living room because this is like spot on. You see the furniture, you see the fruit bowl and everything with it, and so what you do is you try to emulate that particular showroom floor in your own home. But in doing so, when you bring that product home, this particular wood floor, the important thing is that you have to allow the wood to acclimate to the environment.
Okay, so explain what acclimate means.
So acclimate means in this particular session, example.
Go.
As we talk about the wood floor is that you might have a specific humidity level in your home, and so when you take that wood product and you put it in your home, you want it to set there and get acclimated to the environment so that when you begin to install it, it won't expand or contract. So when you glue it,
or hey Diana, or anything.
So you're actually putting that wood floor down and you're finishing it and you're gluing it together and sanding it and urethane it and staining it and getting it just the way you want to. You want to make sure that wood is acclimated, because if you don't and you just set it down right when it comes from the store, then you're going to get those buckles, those cracks, and those warp.
So you're telling me that in anybody's house, and then, hey Malvina, so in anybody's house and anybody's anything, you can bring something, you can have something, you can be like, oh, I want that. But there's a process that you all, as those in construction, there are things that you have to do to prepare things for that environment. Hey Laura. And without preparing it, you see the damage later.
That's right.
Because you didn't take that moment. So what does it take to, hey Sarah Anna, what does it take to acclimate? Like when you say, how long does that take, like for wood?
I guess it depends each environment. Sometimes you can do it in a day. Some people may say 3 days, but you want it to sit there for a little while, unpackaged, and
let it just get in the environment.
Let it get in the environment. Make sure the air and things can move around it.
So the way that this process is out for me is, like I was saying earlier, we come into environments, we go into environments, and sometimes we don't give ourselves the best, hey Melanie, the best opportunity to acclimate. For some of us, what that means is we have a situation that'll come up, and I shoot from the hip. I walk in, I always know what to do. I always know what the answer is. I always know how to handle stuff. And we go in, and before we acclimate to that situation, before we take a survey of the land, we just kind of say whatever. And then we wonder, we're like, wait a minute, people are taking me the wrong way. It might be because you haven't given yourself a moment to acclimate to your environment.
That's right.
If you walk into a situation and people are like, and things are going on, you might walk in and say, this is chaos. There's no leader here. You might not know that something devastating I need this done by today.
Yes.
I need this done by yesterday. If that's the only thing you're thinking about, is always maybe the productivity or the end game or the whatever, without stopping to say, hold on a minute. Hey, Alto way. Okay, let's see if we can make this still. Is it still here? Oh my God. I don't know what just happened. Bottom line is this. I think it was something about the connection. I should have cut off my house one. But this is the bottom line. The bottom line is this. If we're looking for all of the ways that we can end up with the final thing, with this thing at the end, this thing we say we want. Thank you for those that are still here. We had this little technical difficulty. If we're looking for the way that we can be our most productive, if we're looking for the way that we can best serve other people and be, hey Molly, and best be in the world, then when we go, hey Samiri, I think, then when we go into a place, before we say anything, before we do anything, acclimate. Be like that piece of wood that he talked about. The floor is the thing that you really wanted, but it has to get used to your environment. That means that what I buy for my house, I have to make sure it is a custom. What kind of levels of humidity are in our house? Is our house very dry, or is it very this, or is it very that? We have to allow ourselves to acclimate, and sometimes we do ourselves a disservice when we just act and say things and do things, and we're not mindful. Whether it's our children, we have teenagers, and sometimes we're so much in parenting mode that we just go and just like
just jumping out
just
there,
listen to what I know the answer to what you need to say. And they're trying to communicate something.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. As little people, as young people, as
teenagers,
young adults, and relationships with people. You know, we're all in the process of developing, and so we need to just give space to those opportunities and know that just reacting and not actually giving ourselves time to respond and actually really be critical about our own thoughts and processes as we add to a situation, because we want that situation to grow. In order for a situation to grow, again, like we're talking about, getting acclimated doesn't mean just coming out and reacting to the moment.
Hey, Cynthia. And this is basically what I loved it when he was talking about. He was talking about acclimating wood. I was like, what is acclimating wood? But if we can take time to make sure that things we put in our home, he's installed marble before. He's like, if people don't prepare marble right, they'll drop some juice on it and it'll stain. You have to prepare marble to be in your home. You have to prepare things to do. And we take sometimes more care. And I was looking at my plants, and I remember when I put like single hostas and daylilies, and now they're just like kind of doing whatever they want to do and growing all out and doing their own thing. We take care and prepare the ground before we plant. We take care, I'm going to prepare my food a certain way. I like it to look a certain way. But we don't always prepare ourselves for other people. And we don't allow them to prepare themselves for us. Sometimes before we say anything or before we do anything, let's just acclimate ourselves to where we are. What kind of day has this possibly been? Allow that, how are you doing today, to actually mean, how are you doing today?
Yes, that's good.
Allow it to mean something.
Very good. I like that.
I like yours too. It's nice.
Very nice.
Very nice. Are you done?
I'm done.
Okay. Thank you guys for being here. Sorry for the glitch.
Have a great weekend.
See ya.
Bye.